began to meditate, amen, on the message, I began to go into the areas of my sister, of different women that I have come in contact with through ministry, whether it's my life as a teenager, whether it's mentors or teachers or just women, period, that I have come encounter with just to kind of walk in their shoes, because you really don't begin to understand a person unless you sat where they sat, or whether you stood where they stood at, or whether you walked in the places where they walked at. You can say, well, I've been there, but no, you really have to be there to be in that person's place to really understand her situation. So I began, Minister Angie, I began to walk into the area of my sister. So I began to carry some of her issues. So I began to carry my sister's issue. And I began to look in her issue bag, and I said, this is the sister that blows it big time. That's that sister. So I went and got another sister bag, and I put this sister on, and I looked in her bag, and I said, this is the sister that always mess up the checkbook. This sister here. And I went in another area and got this sister out, and I put on her bag. I said, okay, I began to fill this thing here. So I began to look in her particular issue bag, and I said, oh, this is the sister where her husband said, well, where did you get that from? Oh, I've been had this old thing, knowing that she just came out of the mall, Minister Angie, knowing that her husband said there's no shopping because we're on a tight budget. That's that sister with the issue. And I began to look into this sister's area, and I began to look into her bag, and I said, well, this particular sister, this sister's children always getting in trouble. Have you ever had that child where you have begun to question yourself, is that really my child? Is that really come from me, God? So that's this sister. So the load began to be a little heavy. So as I began to walk again into my other sister, I looked into this particular sister's bag, and I said, well, this is the sister that every day she has PMS. I said, okay, I'm gonna carry this particular sister. And I began to go to my other sister. I began to look into her bag and see what it is that she has encountered. So I looked into this particular bag. I said, this is the sister that I carry. I said, this particular sister is the one that has done something that she can't tell nobody about. And I began to look into another sister's bag, and I began to, you may take your seat, I began to question this particular issue. And I opened up her issue bag, and I said, this is the sister that has been mentally and physically abused. I began to carry and to walk into my sister areas, and I said that God puts us as women on assignment, but I can say I am a witness that sometimes you begin to ask God, why is it that I'm continue to be called by you, God, to go and build up my sister, and I'm carrying my own issue? All right now. Yes. How is it, God, that I'm supposed to go and encourage her? How is it that I'm supposed to speak into her life? How is it that I'm supposed to be her greatest cheerleader? Go, girl, go, girl, go. Who's telling me to go? Not they're telling me to go, they haven't even said thank you. Oh, God, you keep calling me. They're my sisters. I want, can you come? Who's coming to my rescue? Who's gonna help me? I see everybody's baggage, and I see everybody's issue, and I begin to carry some of them around, but nobody seems to understand my issue. How am I, God, supposed to build somebody up, and I don't know if I'm be able to stand, because sometimes I'm going to the left, I'm about to fall, and if I hold my sister, she gonna do me like this, and I'm going to this side and trying to touch this sister, then she gonna do me like this, and I'm going left and right and left and right and right and left and right and left. I can't balance myself. Who's gonna balance me? Who's gonna build me up? Is it the carpenter? Is it the construction worker? Who's gonna build me up? Who's gonna help me pray for my children? Who's gonna help me encourage that I don't pack my bags and leave my husband? Who's gonna encourage me to say, stand there, don't you move, God put you there? Who's gonna speak life to me? Because I'm about to lose it all. Who's going to build me up? We're talking about women building one another. Yeah, God is calling you back, lady. The lady with the issues. I came to encourage somebody on today. It does not matter how many bags you carry, how many issues you got. You may not have it all together. The grass next door may need a big cutting. That's all right. Then you go to this neighbor's house and her grass been fertilized, chopped down every week. It looks real green. But that does not mean that God cannot use you. You bag lady with the issues. God is calling you, and your sister is looking for you. Looking for you. Yeah, God has put you on assignment. It's not enough for God just to call. Oh, God has called me to ministry. But baby girl, listen, when God appoints you, there's no running. You can't run from God. That's why you still have the issue. Because you're still doing the 360 around. You back lady. I often hear ladies say, well, I've been called to do this, and I've been called to do that, and when we get into an argument with men, we say, no, I'm not beating up on the ladies, because I'm a lady myself, my sister. We often say, well, God called you, God can call me. Did you not know that Jesus Christ came through the woman? Did you not know that? Did you not know that she was the queen, Esther, and God gave her favor with the king, and God gonna give me favor just as well, just as he did Esther. Did you not know that Ruth took her sisters-in-laws in, and I'm gonna take somebody in when I feel like taking them in on my time and not on their time, and sure enough, not on God's time. It's when on my time, when I get ready, after I get my hair done, after I get my nails done, after I get my boogie on, then I go to Bible class, and after I get my Bible class, then I do what I do when I do it. You big lady. You big lady. I'm a daughter of Sarah. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I can do ministry because I see how all of those other ladies began to do it. But what happens when you run into the book of Titus? Oh, man, I got to be an example. I got to be real. I got to I can't cover it up. I can't sugarcoat my thing no more. Is the game over? The game just begun. Come on, help me, somebody. God is calling the bag lady.